Welcome. This practice is all about connection. Connecting to yourself, connecting to your body as you are, as your body is in the moment, connecting to the space that you're in, and connecting to the land that you're on. It's simply about connection. Sit comfortably, take a deep inhale, big exhale out your mouth, always connecting to breath. Big inhale, exhale out your mouth. And now maybe place one hand on your upper chest and your other hand on the ground beside you or the ground in front of you, so that both hands are connecting to what is real in this moment, connecting to yourself and this earth that's always beneath you, holding you. Let's be thankful. You can sweetly return your hands to your thighs and your knees. Sit straight in your spine. Connect to another big breath. And we'll begin to circle the low back and the hips. So just circling forward to each side and back to each side. Go at your own pace. Notice what you're sensing in your hips and your low back as you mindfully start to wake up the spine this way. And notice how your breath accompanies this movement. Make sure to circle in the other direction as well. Feel steady and grounded through the seat. Just a couple more big circles like this. Nice. That's great. And eventually come back to center, sit upright with your shoulders back and down. And if you were sitting cross-legged, switch the cross of your legs so your other ankle is in front. And as you inhale, reach your arms wide and up, palms touch at the top. And on your exhale, draw your palms down through the midline. Inhale, stretch wide and up, really big opening. You breathe out, draw your palms down through the center. Take time, move with breath, always connecting to how the breath guides the body through the postures. Again, reach the arms up, this time with your palms facing forward. And as you breathe out, bend your arms into a cactus shape. Again, inhale, stretch your arms straight up. As you exhale, bend your elbows to shoulder height into the cactus shape. Lean your forearms back a touch. Inhaling up. Exhale, cactus your arms. Stretch open your chest. Reach higher up as you inhale, and exhale again. Bend your arms. Splay your fingers nice and wide. Yes, make space across your collarbones. Open the armpits. And now take your arms up and lace your fingers, palms flip up towards the sky. And on your exhale, round your back so your arms come parallel to the ground. And just kind of sway side to side here as you tuck your chin down to your chest and draw your low belly in. Just extend your arms and your palms out beyond each knee as you kind of shift side to side so that you access the back more and creating space at the back of your chest. Make it feel really good and round in any amount that serves you. Continue breathing deeply. Hands come on to thighs or knees, lengthen up through the spine, finding stillness for a moment and a sweet breath. Notice the connections you've created already between breath, body, mind, and soul. Make your way onto your hands and your knees with hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Inhale to arc your spine and look up. Just take a few more breaths and then round in your next exhale and tuck your chin into your chest. You could hold here for another breath or two, rounding in like an angry cat back. And then let your next inhale flow you into that open chest, arcing your spine. Maybe pause for another breath or so here. And keep flowing through these cat-cows at your own pace, so maybe slower or faster. Listen to what your spine needs right now and offer all that goodness and all that space and that own pace that you need. Notice if there are any areas of sensitivity along your spine or stuckness, and remembering to connect to all of it without judging. Just give it breath. Now, come to a neutral spine and look over your left shoulder and sway your hips to the left as well, so you stretch open the right side for a couple breaths. And then you can start to look forward and peek over your right shoulder, sway your hips to the right so that you can actually see your right hip and breathe into your left side. Turn to center, chest broad. Come into a child's pose with me. With your hips pushing back to heels. Forehead can be on the mat or maybe forehead on a block. And tent up on your fingertips in this child's pose so your elbows are lifted. And see if you can crawl your 10 fingertips a little further forward while drawing your hips heavily back to the heels. Breathe out into all that stretchiness in your sides. For me, sometimes I like to rock left to right from one shin to the other shin. Just the slightest sways might feel good. You can relax your hands and your elbows down in child's pose for another full breath. Notice whenever you are disconnected and be kind to yourself. You can stay in child's pose longer if you like, or you can make your way into down dog with me. And if you're in down dog, just sweetly pedal out your heel side to side, bending one knee and then the other. Connecting to the Achilles and the calf muscles, something that we don't often get to do. So important. And shift into plank pose, lengthen your neck. As you inhale, and on your next exhale, down dog, lift your hips up and back. Let's do that again. Inhale into plank, long neck, hug your front ribs up. And as you next exhale, down dog, push into your hands with strong arms. Inhale, ripple into plank, broaden your chest and collarbones. Exhale, lift your pelvis into downward facing dog. And now in your down dog, quietly float your right leg up into the sky. Place your right foot between your hands and lower your left knee to the floor. Low lunge. Rise up. Reach your arms up. As you exhale, bend your arms into a cactus shape, just as we did seated earlier. Inhale to stretch up. And on your exhale, bend your arms to that cactus. Take your elbows back just behind the plane of your head if you can. Do that again. Up and bend. Enjoy your breath. Connect to the earthy quality through the legs and feet as you create space in the spine and across your chest. And then we'll hold with cactus arms, lean back a touch, lift up through your heart. And now land both hands on your low back. Feel your elbows try to hug together behind you. Release your fingertips down, hands on either side of your front foot. For a moment here, round your spine, tuck your chin in, puff up your mid back, hug your belly in and up. Big breath into your back body. Lift your back knee off the floor. Step your right foot into down dog pose. With steady hands, float your left leg up and back. And place your left foot between your hands. Land your right knee on the floor. Low lunge on the other side. Come on up as you inhale, palms face forward. Bend your arms as you exhale into that cactus shape. Keep flowing through that little arm movement several times with your breath. Anchor through the inner edge of your front foot. Legs and feet steady and grounded. Breathe everywhere. Make more space with your breath. And then pause with the cactus shape in your arms. Breathe up into your armpits. Hands on your low back, arc up and back a touch more as your hands help to push your hips forward. And sweetly lower your hands down. Be on your fingertips and duck your chin into your chest. Round through your upper back, just reversing the action that you've had in your spine. Round in now. Draw your navel up off your left thigh. On your next inhale, look forward with your back legs straight. As you exhale, downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths here in a neutral spine. Energy charging down through your arms into your hands and the lift up of your hips and sitting bones. Inhale forward into plank. Come all the way down to your stomach. And point your 10 toes and spider your fingers off your mat, left to right. Press into your pubic bone. Lift your chest as you inhale. Finger stand cobra. Exhale, pour your chest down. Again, inhale, glide forward and up. As you exhale, lengthen forward and down, toned in your legs. Again, rise up, really strengthening your back. Exhale, forward and down. Pulse again and up into this finger stand cobra. And down. Good. Again, helping to wake up the spine. That's what so much of this practice is about. You can come up into finger stand cobra and maybe stay up. Big breath up into your heart. As you exhale, gently lower down. Press yourself into child's pose. Take your time. Hips back to heels. And perhaps in this child's pose, if you wish, you could bring your hands into prayer. Bend your arms so that your prayer points up to the sky. And crawl your elbows a little closer to your head and walk your elbows a little further forward. Let your chest really melt closer to the earth. Mindful, deep breathing. Connecting to breath, surrendering to the earth beneath you. Let it all go. What matters is that you're here, simply connecting. It's perfect. Make your way, when you're ready, into down dog with me. Might feel nice to pedal out your heels again, side to side. Never rushing through any of these poses, never rushing with the body. We do enough of that in everyday life. This is a great time to slow it down. From your down dog, you could walk your feet forward to the front of your mat, your feet about hip width apart, and lift up halfway as you inhale. And fold down your legs as you exhale. Let's do that again. Fingers lightly on shins, halfway up, chest forward. As you breathe out, lengthen down your legs. Again, halfway up, inhale. Soften down into the fold as you exhale. A flat back again. Fold as you exhale. Option to have your fingers on the ground in the fold, or maybe grab opposite elbows with your hands. Can be interesting to sway side to side in the fold if you like. Listen to the sound of your breath. Feel where your breath is going in your body. And for the last few breaths in this fold, maybe you'd like to interlace your hands behind your low back and stretch your laced hands over your head towards the floor. That's an option. Actively press into the four corners of both your feet in the fold. Jaw soft, eyes soft. And you might even bend your right knee a couple inches and just turn your chest sweetly open to the left, a little straighter in your left leg. And then you can fold through the center. Your hands are laced as you maybe bend your left knee a few inches and open your chest towards the right and take your top shoulder back with your right leg charging straighter. And then bow through center, release your hands. And from here, please step your left foot all the way back and walk your hands inside your right foot and keep walking your hands all the way around to the left so that you're in a wide-legged position with your feet parallel. Come into a flat back on fingertips. And then as you exhale, bend your right knee, grounding your outer feet. Inhale, come to center, and exhale, bend your left knee. The right leg is a bit straighter. Inhale, come through center, and exhale, bending the right. Widen your sitting bones. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Exhale, bend your left leg. Lengthen your spine forward. Inhale through center, and exhale, bend your right leg. A little more weight back in the heels. Yeah, good. Groin stretch for the left side. Let's do one more. Come through center. Now bend your left knee. Big, big breath. And through center here, option as we fold to wrap your right elbow under your left elbow, eagle arms, right arm under left arm. And bow in, and you could perhaps explore working your elbows towards the ground a little faster than your eagle hands, like you're trying to lay your outer forearms onto the ground. Feel your outer feet wedge into the ground, arches of your feet lifted and strong. Another big breath or two for your upper back muscles. Let them stretch open. No rush to switch arms. If you had eagle arms, then you take left elbow under right elbow. Notice how the stretch feels on this side for your outer shoulders and for your upper back. Let down your hands in the fold and bow in between your legs. Good. Now slowly walk up with your hands to the front of your mat. You can step your back foot forward and we'll find a squat. So feet mat width apart, maybe your feet even wider apart. Feet in turn out, bend your knees and squat down, and then walk your fingertips out in front of you so that you're in a rounded back. Tuck your chin in, little hug in of your knees. Can you bury your belly button into your low back even more? And feel the doming of your back ribs, puff up your back ribs. Maybe lighter in your fingertips, outstretched arms as you look towards your belly button. Of course, you can remain in this rounded position, or you can walk your right hand to the right and lift your left arm up. Work your knees wider apart. Work your top arm higher up and back. And then sweetly take your left hand down and walk your left hand to the left with your arm inside your knee and stretch your right arm up. Zip your belly button in and turn your chest more to the right. Lean your upper back to the left. Lean your head back. And then bring your hands behind you so that you can sit down on your bum. Or however you get to your bum is great. Sitting down. Hands come behind you on the ground with your feet flat on the ground. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh for seated thread the needle. Spine tall, chest open. You can remain just as you are here or work towards double pigeon, meaning that you'll take your left shin down on the ground and your right shin is stacked on top of it. Feet flexed, toes spread apart. Bit by bit, you might fold a little deeper. And allow yourself to connect to that little voice within that might be urging you to push through or to find the deepest stretch. Just connect and soften and connect and soften. There's no hurry. What matters is that you're here now. It's perfect. Wherever you are in the fold, or if you're upright, you might sway your head side to side for a little neck release. You could sway a little side to side on your hips just to find the different sensations in the hips. Meditate on every breath that you take. And after another big cleansing breath, rise up slowly, extend both legs out. You give your legs a little shake, little wiggle. Park your hands behind you, feet flat, and now cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Broaden your chest, big breath here. Perhaps it's perfect for your hips if you remain here, or you could come into double pigeon on the other side. Your right shin stacks under your left shin. And just go slow into the fold. And if you are folding, keep your chest open. Find more length through your spine if you're bowing. And connection is about connecting to everything, right? All that we're aware of. And it's not always rainbows and butterflies, although sometimes it is. So to practice this kind of full body connection here in this fold, you might tip your right ear to your right shoulder for a couple breaths. And then maybe hang your left ear over to your left shoulder for a couple breaths. So you're inviting in some neck awareness. Just sink into all that's going on right now with deep, deep breath. Gently rise up. Shake your legs out in front of you. Go for it. Really smack your knees on the ground. Shake, 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 shake. Get some of that blood flowing again. Sit up nice and tall. Big breath. And meet me in a crossed-legged position. Or if there's a different way to position your legs that's more comfortable, please do that. As you sit tall, notice. Good. Let's twist to the right. Take your left hand across to your outer right knee and spider your right fingertips on the floor behind you. Get a little bit taller. And as you exhale, turn and twist more. Feel your navel grip in to help you twist. A little more breath up and down the sides of the spine if you can as you twist. And then for the last breath, maybe add in a neck release. Take your right ear back towards the right shoulder. And as you inhale, gently unwind. And let's go to the other side. Right hand comes across to your outer left knee. Tent your left fingertips behind you. Lift up out of your low back. Lengthen up through the spine. With your shoulders down and your chest lifted, every exhalation guides you into a deeper twist. An option to add in that neck release. Hang your head back slightly, left ear back to left shoulder. Inhale to center. Hands on knees or hands on thighs or wherever else you feel comfortable placing the hands. Exhale out your mouth. Release your jaw and any tightness around your mouth. Thank yourself for simply connecting today. Another big cleansing exhale. Option for one hand on your chest, one hand down on the ground. So thankful for this ground beneath us that is ever steady, ever holding us. And thankful for our hearts, the wisdom in our hearts. There's always so much strength and wisdom to connect to within and around. Thank you, body. Thank you, breath. I hope that you can take some of this gentle, non-judgmental connection into the rest of your day with you. Take care. Hope to see you again soon.